What's going on, Jets fans? So it's been kind of a confusing topic on Jets Twitter recently. Do the Jets actually control their own destiny? And Robert Saleh said recently, we control our own destiny. We're going to take care of our business. You can't rely on anybody else to do your job. You love the messaging from our head coach. And technically, is it true? No, it's not. And I'm a nerd, so I just delved into this, and I love this stuff. So let's break it all down. Jets and the playoffs. So Robert Saleh, essentially, he's correct, because if the Jets win out, they would be in unless both the Patriots and Chargers both win out. And I went into the ESPN win probability index for each of the remaining Chargers and Patriots games, and essentially, if the Jets win out, they would have a 97.3% chance of making the playoffs. So if you handle all your business, almost assuredly you're in. The last 11-win team to miss the playoffs was the Matt Castle Patriots. And since each conference has an extra seed now, you have to believe it is a very, very small chance any 11-win team misses the playoffs moving forward with this new format. So win 11, you're almost assuredly in. Now, the most likely scenario, in my opinion, is that the Jets go 3-1 over these final few games. So if they do that, it's really important that one of those 3 wins comes against the Miami Dolphins, because the Miami Dolphins are a team bidding for a playoff spot. So we have the Jets, the Dolphins, the Chargers, the Patriots, and the loser of the AFC North between Baltimore and Cincinnati. Those are 5 teams vying for 3 spots. In my opinion, the loser of Baltimore, Cincinnati, one of those teams is in, almost assuredly. So I view it as 4 teams vying for 2 spots. You got the Jets, the Dolphins, the Chargers, and the Patriots. 4 teams, 2 in, 2 out. So let's knock off these teams one by one. Number 1, let's start with the Chargers. Look, I think they're in. The Jets, they don't hold the tiebreaker with the Chargers. They can't leap them in the tiebreaker because it's conference record, and they both play the same number of conference opponents the rest of the way. The Chargers' remaining schedule, they have to play at home against the Titans. They're at home against the LA Rams, and they go on the road to Denver and to Indy. That looks like 3-1 to me. So I think the Chargers are in. They might run the table the way Justin Herbert looked. They've been a weird team to predict, but I think the Chargers have at least 3 more wins on that slate, and I think they're in. Okay, now I believe it's going to come down to 3 teams, all within the AFC East vying for that final spot. Jets, Fins, Patriots. Now let's talk about the Miami Dolphins. Here's the beauty of it. All the Miami Dolphins have to do is lose to the Buffalo Bills Saturday night in Buffalo. They're 8-point dogs. I think that's an L for Miami. Then the Jets, by going 3-1 over that stretch, with Miami just losing 1 game to Buffalo, the Jets would be in position to beat Miami at the last game of the season, have the same record as them, and bounce them. So really with Miami, it just comes down to that last game. The Jets are going to be within striking distance if they can win 2 of their next 3 games. Now with the Patriots, just like the Chargers, I feel like they're in. I feel like the Patriots are out. The Patriots' remaining schedule, they have to go on the road to Vegas and to Buffalo, and they have home games against the Dolphins and the Bengals. All these are tough. Look, the Raiders aren't good, but they're scrappy, and the Raiders are playing for their playoff life. If they're still technically alive, if they lose to the Patriots, they're done. So it's essentially a playoff game for the Raiders. The Bengals are neck and neck with Baltimore trying to win their division. So that's a huge game for them. The Dolphins, they're going to be fighting for their playoff life in that game as well. And then the Buffalo Bills, that game is probably going to be essential for them to win, to clinch the 1 seed and keep the 1 seed away from Kansas City. Are the Patriots going to go into Buffalo and beat them with a 1 seed on the line? I mean, remember what happened the last time the Patriots were in Buffalo in the playoffs last year? It was like a gazillion to 7. So to me, the Patriots, they could go 0-4. I'd predict 1-3. But all the Jets need the Patriots to do is lose 2 of those 4 games. In my opinion, that is very, very likely to happen. And then if the Jets go 3-1, they will stay 1 game ahead of the Patriots if the Patriots go 2-2. So probability wise, how does all this shake out? We said if the Jets go 4-0, they have a 97% chance of getting in. If the Jets go 3-1 and one of those wins is against Miami, then the Jets have a 79% chance of getting in. Really good. If the Jets go 3-1 but lose to Miami, then it's just a little bit greater than 50% chance. And if we go 2-2, don't go 2-2. Don't go 2-2, because then you're really having to start to align the stars and scoreboard watch to a crazy level. I think that is the formula. 4-0 would be great. It's what we're rooting for. I mean, do I think this team could go on its first 4-game win streak since when? 2015? That's a tough ask when you got to go to Seattle, to Miami, and you got a couple of scrappy teams coming to your building twice in the next 5 days. But I think 3-1 with one of those wins being in Miami is very realistic. And if we do that, there's about an 80% chance we have a ticket to the dance. Can't wait. Go Jets.